Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is January 22nd, 2022, and this is episode 465. Today we're looking at the comic Angel, coming out from Boom Studios. This is a number one, however, this is not a number one for the series. Okay, it's just a new arc, and they're just giving it a number one. So Angel is a spin-off from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's a Josh Whedon production on this. He's the creator, I should say. I don't think he had too much to do with this actual storyline other than him just creating the characters and kind of what goes on with these characters. So on the cover here, we've got Angel, of course, and a Cordelia, and it appears to be Spike driving around in a car down there. Just kind of a hodgepodge of things. This has kind of got a Hollywood atmosphere to it. If I didn't mention, this comes out from Boom Studios, by the way. This is a not recommend, unfortunately. I really liked the show Angel on TV when it was on there. I thought it was a pretty good story, had pretty good stories. This story, I'm not liking very much. Let's take a quick look to see who worked on this. Okay, we get a little blurb about Angel here. I just can pause the show if you want to read that. Not too much, though. But he's a neck biter. Created by Josh Whedon. Written by Christopher Cantwell, and I'm not going to go into his nickname. I've heard before. Illustrated by Daniel Bayliss. Colored by Roman Titoff, with color assists by Maria Augustina Vallejo, and lettered by Becca Carey. The cover is by Nimit Malavia, and there's variant covers as well. There you go. And unlockable variant cover was by Inhuok Lee, and I think there might be a cover gallery in here. I don't recall. What's kind of funny is this morning I did a review on Purgatory, who is a neck biter from hell, and then we've got Angel, obviously a neck biter from heaven, but he's not really from heaven, but he just happens to be named Angel. But I like the juxtaposition of the two. Okay. This is a not recommend. We've got a character coming from another universe, I guess, this multiverse or another dimension that he is involved with Angel or whatnot. His friends have all been wiped out, and he's looking for Angel. That's the way they start this comic. And he searches around. He's absolutely nude here. He goes up a fire escape, and he starts watching TV, and he sees his friend Angel on a TV show. So, in this universe, Angel is a TV star. He's still a vampire, but he's a TV star. He has his own show like Vegas or whatever. And Cordelia is his helper, his assistant in this, okay? So we get the whole thing, like Rockford Files. I don't know what it's supposed to be. But Supernatural, the TV show, did something similar to this, where the characters were in their own Hollywood show, but they did it much better than this. This is not good. I think it's a little too choppy. It's a little too hard to follow what exactly is going on. There's just too much going on in this comic. I think they need to narrow it down a little bit more. So this is just the opening credits for the TV show. They kind of have here, and then they have the big finish with them laughing at the end. Now, the two don't get along in the show, and the two don't get along in the reality as well, as Cordelia is trying to get top billing, and she's got her agent working on it, even though the name of the show is Angel by Night or something like that. So it's kind of funny the way this whole thing, that kind of played out. A lot of the jokes in here are just not that strong, by the way. They just kind of fall flat. Not even a chuckle. Just the fact that she wants to be top billing and that the show's named after Angel is kind of funny. Other than that, that's probably the funniest part in this comic. He's getting driven around. He's supposed to help some people out, but he just apparently kind of just doesn't feel like it. So he's got this other guy, friend, I can't remember who this is from the show, but he's helping him out. He's some kind of demon. And they're going to watch a Cordelia Chase reality show. She's got her own spin-off show. Meanwhile, there's this maniac mummy that's attacking the other crew, the other demon slayers, and they're having quite a time trying to take him down. This is including Spike and Fred and Wesley, and it just kind of goes on and on. Nothing too great, but Fred has feelings for Wesley. Wesley gets suddenly attacked by the mummy they thought was dead and stabbed by some sacred relic knife. They think Fred's going to die, so, not Fred, Wesley's going to die. So Fred goes out and buys this item that's supposed to save his soul until they can figure out a way to resurrect his body, I guess. I'm assuming that's the whole thing that's going on with that. It's a little bit disjointed, like I'd mentioned. There's a lot going on, a lot of different storylines, and none of them are that compelling besides Wesley being stabbed, but they even make kind of jokes of that. Now, towards the end of the book, we do get our person from the other dimension showing up and asking for the help, and that's kind of where his story ends in this issue. Meanwhile, Wesley does die, and even mentions it here. He's completely dead, but his soul has gone into this soul box or something, or it looks like a birdhouse, and they make a joke about how it looks like something you would buy at the airport, but it's nothing that I've ever seen for sale at the airport, so I'm not sure why that's funny. And then we see that Angel is actually the one trapped inside this soul box or soul house, whatever they call it. And so that's how it ends. It's to be continued. I'm not going to continue with it. It just wasn't that fun. I mean, I read Purgatory this morning, and I thought that was a great comic in comparison to this. I shouldn't say great, but a very good one. It was kind of a fun story, and not that it was funny or overly humorous. It was just fun. It was fun to read, fun to be immersed in. This one, there's no immersion going on. It actually pushes you away a bit. So very quickly, let's take a quick look at what else is in this comic. We've got 7 Secrets, Unkindness of Ravens. We only find them when they're dead. I hear that's really a good book. Al Ewing's writing that, and Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. I've read the novel. I don't know if I'd want to read the comic book. It doesn't seem like there was a lot that went on in that book, as I recall, at least. Disney Just Beyond. TV series coming out. And there you go, Angel on the Walk of Fame. So, this was at $3.99, by the way, this book. So, thanks for stopping by and watching this review of Angel #1. I don't know if it's got a story. They don't give it a subtitle for this arc, but it is a not recommend. Please like, please subscribe. Please leave comments if you wish, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.